I also think such a mark of a true, profound leader is surrounding oneself by with people where there exists an implicit trust and such a profound respect. I think those are the two things: trust, respect, and then also humor that categorize him above anybody else that I've worked with, and I think are the mark of a true leader, authentic, powerful leader. I remember having to show up to work the morning after the Academy Awards, which I was fortunate enough to attend that year because of a film that I worked on as a producer, and having to fight Benedict for 15 hours that morning after what was a pretty significant party wasn't the most pleasant experience that I've had, having to roll myself around the trash shuttle, as it were, the trash barge. But that sequence, which probably took all told about 11 or 12 days to shoot, was the most exciting part of the experience for me physically. So I was able to chalk it up and take one for the team that day.
Chris and I were in makeup, and I casually said to Chris, we were filming in a facility called NIF in Northern California, which is where they're trying to create nuclear fusion. They're essentially trying to create a small planet that will power the Earth, and they're very confident they're going to achieve this. And Bruno, who was the chief there, said 6 months to 5 years before we have to give up reliance on fossil fuels, which was mind-blowing to all of us. So we're working in a fairly dangerous facility, and I casually said to Chris, have you got your neutron cream on? Which was, it will protect you from the ambient radiation in the air, which will give you sunburn. And I kept him going for about half an hour.
No, you like 5 minutes.
Was it 5 minutes? And then I said, because he was going to turn into a lizard. And then we thought, let's do this to Anton. So we kept Anton going with the neutron cream. We told the makeup department, who started making up little pots of neutron cream, that you had to put on.
You've never seen a film group coalesce so quickly around an idea.
We told Tommy, the first AD, that we had to do exercises between takes like this to shake out all the ions from our fingers. So by the time Zach and Zoe came on set, we had this elaborate joke working where we had pots of
and everything, and I thought it was my last day at work on the movie, and I thought, well, everybody's acting funny. I must be getting a pony. JJ probably has a pony as my going away present because everybody's acting really weird. And then I wasn't a pony.
I'd have Zoe and Anton and then Benedict Cumberbatch coming up to me with these white dots in their face saying, so about this scene, I want to talk about it. And I'm not very good at not laughing. And I just had to sit there and I felt so guilty because these are people I love and they had been, and then
so then finally with Benedict, so that was amping up every time. So then Benedict was the next. No, Benedict was the next one to show up.
Yeah, we got Benedict really well.
So we had the idea to have Benedict sign a release form.
But the punchline was that Carl Urban and John Cho show up, and they had them do a public service announcement about neutron cream, which we actually have on video. And it began with the line, Carl saying, "Hi, I'm actor Carl Urban," and then John saying, "And I'm John Cho." And it was this thing where they basically had to explain how important neutron cream was. And then on the cue cards at the end, it said, "This is all a joke," basically, and they realized they were being made fun of in front of the entire group.
When I got the script, I read it in a hotel room in New York, and that was what I read, was that arc. I heard from J.J. and the guys a couple of times, because they were excited about the writing process, and this is going to be fun, and I read it, and it was, I remember actually leaping off my sofa that I was sat on I got the script, and I went up to my room, and I was with a friend. I said, I'm going to read the first page of this. I'm going to come down, we'll go do some Christmas shopping. I phoned him 5 minutes later, and I'm not coming down. And I sat and I read it cover to cover, and was just leaping around the room screaming. I'm a Star Trek fan, and to read it off the page was so exciting, not just for Scotty, but for every character and the new characters. And I think the whole thing was very much intact from the start, so all I had to do was come in and say the lines in a Scottish accent. So and it was enormous fun. It was great I love the fact that we were all together from the off in this one. In the first film, you gradually meet us all, and we all get the room to be introduced in our own ways, but that meant spreading that out across the movie. In this one, we're all together. We're a family from the beginning, and we hit the ground running, and it was so much fun to spend 5 months with these people. And to consolidate what we built with the first film. So, I'm lucky to be part of this.